I looking good? Am I sounding good? You tell me. Because if this is screwed up, I need to know who to blame. Welcome everybody. It's not muted, right? Okay, just checking. Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of FutureProbe. Every week we look at something, we probe our way into something. You know, my goal with this show was kind of to just change it every week and have it not be the same thing. So sometimes it's talking, sometimes I might just want to play a video game, I might just want to play Red Dead, you know, for a couple hours. However, lately I have not been able to vary it up in that way because I've been trapped at the studio working on a lot of stuff. So it's all talk every week. It's been discussion, all that stuff. I hope you're okay with that. You know, I'd like to change it up and, you know, play some Spider-Man now and then, but it's just not happening. It can't happen. But anyway, tonight I thought we would talk about the subject art. What does it mean? Art to me is something that no, we're not going to get like into the metaphysical aspect of art or what is art, and our video games art, our movies art. No, we're just talking like artwork. Tonight we're just talking artwork, like you draw or you paint or you know, very specific artwork. Because otherwise it's too broad a subject. My brain can't handle that right now. On a very minimal level, this brain activity. But can you guys hear the music? There's music under me. There should be music under me. Can you hear it? It's not even registering on the little. Anyway, okay. So I thought we would talk about art because there is like this playlist is like an EDM nightmare. This is the kind of music you hear when you're in an Uber or a taxi in Las Vegas and there's like a video playing the hottest EDM club on the strip. And they give you all these, like, all the different clubs have these stupid names, like go to Club XS. Go to for the hottest DJs, go to Squirm, and it'll be spelled like SKWYRM with DJ Scabs. Oh, I have to tweet that we're live. Anyway, okay, so what were we saying? Okay, so art. So yeah, art is an important subject to me because for some reason, this is just me, and maybe other people feel the same or can't identify. Who knows? But for me, really good artwork gets like some kind of it's a very emotional thing for me because there's something to me that is special about I think it's that I lack any ability to draw or do anything in any kind of nature that of that way, and I guess I can't wrap my mind around it, and I think it's really like an incredible talent. I think it's an incredible gift that someone can look at something and just make it like it didn't exist, and they can just take a piece of paper or whatever and do it and evoke mood and, like, you know, like use color to like channel the mood in it. That to me has always been, and again because I think I can't do it myself, I lack that ability, has always struck me as something really like it just has always blown me away as something really like incredible. It gets an emotional thing for me because it almost seems superhuman that someone could do that. Anyway, so when art is really, really good or evokes something really, really strong, it affects me. So I thought tonight we would talk about our favorite like artists and like what are cool artists and art that really like got us. You know what I mean? The thing that really got me thinking about this was, and this isn't, I'm not using this as an example of like my favorite artists or anything, but I had just gotten done playing Spider-Man. Shout out Spider-Man. What's up, Marvel? They're watching. But when I was looking up something for the game, I didn't know there was a Spider-Man art book that was the art of the game, and I love shit like this. When when there's a game that's really, really good and they actually go the effort to like publish a book of all the concept art, stuff like that, I eat that shit up. I remember when I beat BioShock Infinite and they put out the book and it had, you know, concept art, whatever, but then it had all the posters that they made for the background stuff. Oh my god, I eat that up. So, there's a Mario Odyssey art book? Damn, that's tight. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, so anyway, but I was noticing that there was a Spider-Man art of the game art book, and it just got me thinking about it because I don't want to lose my place in this. But what really strikes me with this is, again, like how much thought goes into, again, like this. It's like, here's all the logos they did for the game, you know, and these are things you just swing by. But, you know, a graphic artist had to really consider each one, like really put everything they had into each one to convey a certain thing. But, so that's cool. I just skimmed past that, so I wanted to bring it up. But, to me, what really blows me away is when color is involved to, again, like evoke the mood of the whole thing. There was a piece in here that I really liked, and I want to point out. Of course, now I can't find it. Because they have like some full page shit in here. Where the hell is it? Okay, so like, come on, where the hell is this thing? How they'll, you know, there'll be a whole scene that's really like blue, you know, like a whole battle scene that's just tinted really blue, just to evoke this cold kind of thing. And then you have artwork like this. Like this is just of, I don't know if this is Mary Jane's apartment or Peter's. I think it's Mary Jane's. I don't know. But anyway, I actually don't know. Anyway, but this artwork of this apartment and how it's all done so like, it's got that warm kind of incandescent feeling, you know, that makes you feel like home. Like, you know, stuff like that I think is so, I know artists already, you know all this shit, and it's not really probably that special to them, but man, that kind of stuff, the ability to know what to do. Here's what I was looking for earlier, how blue this scene is, and like the use of light where Spider-Man is raining down. It almost looks like some kind of holy, like the light piercing the darkness. Oh my god, I love shit like that. And the ability to know how to do that, it just blows my fucking mind. So anyway, so yeah, it's just Spider-Man, and you write that off like, oh yeah, Marvel Spider-Man, you know, whatever. It's something that, you know, it just gets written down as an action game, and that's that. But the fact that they put that much thought into the visual look like that, I don't know. I really appreciate when they put out books like this. It really, I love seeing just the mood they were going for and all the thought that goes into. Again, it's so easy to just rapid fire through a game like that and not notice that stuff. So I love stuff like that. That got me thinking about this. And my favorite, I'm gonna say my, you know, I'm gonna take some calls in a little bit. Actually, let's get some calls ready. I'm gonna go ahead and if I can get the link to our Discord, I want to ask what your favorite artist is, and maybe you can show me a thing or two about that. Gonna take calls. Anyway, what my favorite artist is, I'm gonna take calls in a bit. There's the Discord link if you want to call in, but I think my favorite artist of all time is cheesy, whatever. Little geeky, all right, so be it. The music is a smidge loud. I don't want to hear, yeah, I don't want it to be a smidge loud. I want it to be a smidge quiet. How's that? Is that better? Anyway, favorite artist ever might be Yoshitaka Amano, who did all the artwork for Final Fantasy and stuff like that. And I think really it was just because of the age that I discovered his art, because he really, I think I grew up with so much like Scooby-Doo and like Space Ghost level like conveyor belt animation. Well, just very like on model type stuff, you know. But when I saw the artwork of these Final Fantasy games, Yoshitaka Amano, what he did, like I didn't know art could like be like that. Like in my mind, it was like the best version of any kind of artwork is what Disney does, you know, and they draw people really well and they draw, you know, whatever. But Yoshitaka Amano would do art that was just like flowy and shit. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, look at. I mean, nobody had to actually look like a photorealistic thing. You know what I mean? And I guess when I was young, I didn't really quite understand that. Like, I didn't know you could portray people kind of so abstractly, if that makes any sense. But my God, like when I saw stuff like this, it just kind of like part of my brain turned on that wasn't activated before. Especially the Final Fantasy VI artwork. My God, like when I started seeing this stuff, I remember they printed a bunch of this stuff on in the player's guide for Final Fantasy 3 or 6 or whatever, and it totally blew me away. Like I just couldn't, I just had never fathomed anything like that. Around the same time is when I discovered, I know this is all like a bunch of geeky shit, but another thing that I discovered at that time was Akira Toriyama's shit, which was, you know, kind of on the other end of the spectrum. Everything was very controlled. Everything looked like it came from a very similar space. You know what I mean? Like characters looked like each other. Like I found this Dragon Ball artwork and it looked just like the Chrono Trigger artwork, you know? And I actually really liked that. You know, I've heard a lot of criticism over the years of Toriyama stuff where it's got all the characters look the same. They're all very, you know, similar, but I really liked that there was a similar visual language. You know what I mean? Throughout all of his stuff, that to me just added to like the feeling of the kind of universes that he would create. You know what I mean? It felt like it was following a rule or a set of rules. You know, so I really liked that personally. That's always been my thing. However, I also like that Toriyama's stuff was always like. Well, he could do kind of two variations. Like it's all stylized in a certain way, but what I loved is that he would do kind of like cute stuff. Like he could really walk that line between cute and then a little more like adult. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to find a good example here. Like his over the course of the series, things got a little more realistic and like not as cutesy. Over the course of like doing Dragon Ball and stuff like that, I can't find a great example. And I loved, yeah, somebody mentioned it. I loved the fact that all the buildings he would do were rounded. Like I said, it was like he had his own rule set. And I loved that. You know, I think there's a difference between having all of your artwork follow a rule set versus copying the same design over and over. I don't feel like he copies the same design. I feel like it all just exists within the same, you know, space, whatever you want to say. Anyway, I don't know if I'm rambling. If I am, just let me know in the chat. Tell me to shut up. But anyway, yeah, so his shit, I found all this at the same time. I know it's like, it's not like Akira Toriyama is some big mystery. Neither is Amano, but man, finding those at the same time really was culture shock. It was like, I'd never seen shit like that. Like Toriyama, I had seen reruns of Dragon Ball. I think it was like syndicated. And I had already been playing Chrono Trigger, and I never realized the two were the same artist. And man, when I discovered that, it was just like, oh shit! Like this dude can do both. Like, and they both and cohesively it made sense, even though they were two different things. But Amano's art, again, going back to that, was just really like, I just didn't know shit like this could exist. Anyway. So I'm curious what somebody in the chat is saying, who makes the Tool album covers? He deserves a shout out. You know, I agree with that. Who does? Let's look it up. Who does Tool album artwork? Who is it? Alex Gray? Is that who it is? It's Alex Gray. I guess it's Alex Gray, but I know the pieces fit. That's the only Tool lyric I know. Is that a Tool song? Anyway, okay, so I put the Discord link in the chat. Call in and we'll talk our favorite artists. Trying to think of any other artists that I really, really love. You know, obviously I love Evangelion shit, but I consider like Ono is like a director. You know, like his sense of directing is incredible, but I don't know, you know. I guess I don't look at just like singular pieces of art by him and go, whoa. I just kind of look to him as a director. I don't know. So, you know, anyway, we're talking artists. Artists. Okay. Who's in the chat right now? Or who's in the Discord, I should say. It's a more appropriate thing to say. We will talk to... All right. Some of these are not quite working. Let's talk to Tylon the Ninja, because that guy is a GIF artist. Hello, Tylon?
Hey, Rocco.
Hey, can you hear me? Are the calls... Everyone at home, I want you to let me know if the calls are coming in clear or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm curious if people at home can hear.
Oh, okay.
Everyone okay. Okay, clear as a bell. All right. What is an artist that inspires you? Because now everyone should know kind of your deal is you have made some incredible GIFs that we featured on Twitter and stuff like that, right? So yeah, what kind of inspired that? Is there a certain like artist that you?
When I make the GIFs, I don't have like a particular inspiration. I just look at something and see like what can I add to it, because I feel like I'm kind of like you. I'm not like, I don't see myself as a artist. Don't, not a good genre.
I would not sell yourself short, first of all, but okay.
But when I think of like my favorite artist, I'll have to definitely say Alex Ross. He does
Alex Ross, yeah.
I love him because I feel he could make any superhero look like they could exist in real life.
Yeah. That's a very particular, like, realistic style. This dude has the biggest booth every year at Comic-Con. It's insane. Trying to make that bigger. But yeah, Alex Ross is nuts. He's always right by the DC booth. But he's done stuff for it, not just DC, right?
Yeah, no, he's Marvel. Still one of my most favorite pictures he's ever done was of the X-Man Angel. There's a picture of him in his like OG 1960s outfit, and he's flying, holding a girl flying away. And on the bottom, there's like these anti-mutant bigots, like throwing rocks and bricks and holding signs. But just the shot of Angel flying away is just so beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to find. Let's see. Alex Ross, Angel.
Yeah, he did a book called Marvels, which is about a photographer. But yeah, oh, there it is.
Damn, I've never seen that. Wow, man, I've never seen that. That's really crazy good. I mean, Alex Ross is, a legend, so go figure. But man,
yeah,
that's incredible. That's really cool. Are there any other good Alex Ross pieces?
There's this other one I really liked. It's of Batman, but it's him out of the costume. Like it's Bruce Wayne, shirtless, and he's like checking his scar. He's got scars all over his body.
Is it this one? Is it black and white?
Yeah, and there's like the cowl hung up.
Yeah, I totally see that. That's rad. Wow, I've never seen that. Damn, there's a lot of Alex Ross stuff I've never seen. That's cool.
Yeah. I recommend if you ever want to check.
Think it... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm sorry. Like if you want to see like a graphic novel that's just all Alex Ross, Marvels. It's basically just like tells the early history of Marvel Comics through the eyes of a photographer.
Oh, okay.
So you got Spider-Man, you got Fantastic Four, the original X-Men.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Damn, that's incredible. It just blows me away. Just going back to that Batman one that we had.
Yeah.
It just fucking blows me away that someone could do this. You know what I mean? It just that is something that it gets me like I said, it gets me like worked up that someone could like use their brain and render that. Like,
yeah.
Holy shit. How does I think it's something that we take for granted so much that people can just do that. Like, oh yeah, hire an artist to do this and it comes out. But the fact that it comes out, I mean, it just I sound crazy, I know, but that someone can do that shit is fucking nuts. Anyway, sorry. You were saying?
Oh yeah, so I'm 100%. I like have so much high respect for artists because they could take an idea and put it on the paper.
Yeah.
And that's what I always wished I could do is take all these ideas I have in my head and just draw it out on paper.
Yeah.
And show the world. But yeah, I usually hire an artist to do that if I get the chance.
It just, yeah, man, it's just staggering. But anyway, well, thank you for your call. I appreciate that, Alex Ross. That was a good suggestion. Thank you for pointing that out because I wouldn't have even. I see him. I mean, I see the dude at least once a year, and I don't even think about this. You know.
Yeah.
Comic-Con is so inundated with this stuff in San Diego. So anyway, thank you for your call.
Yeah, thank you, Rock.
Take care. Okay. Who are we talking to next? All right. Well, I mean, I'm just kind of poking around here. Let's talk to Egg.
Hey, what's up?
Egg.
So you're asking for people's like art, like favorite art type?
Yeah, favorite art type, favorite artists, you know, something that you could, you know, that kind of blows you away.
Okay. Something I've been really like obsessed with recently, and I wish there was more information on like how to do it, how they did it, is old like 60s Chinese propaganda.
Oh,
like
no kidding.
Yeah, like old propaganda style stuff. It looks really interesting to me.
From where specifically? Music is
like Asian propaganda posters, like from Korea and China.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. They have a very like dim, pale style, but like with bright red colors in it.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about this kind of stuff? Like, I don't know if you can see the screen.
Yeah, like that on the stream. Sorry, there's a delay on the stream, so I just started.
Oh no, it's okay. But like that kind of stuff? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that type of stuff really intrigues me, and I wish there was more information on how it was done. Because I know it was like funded by governments and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I know Weird Al, when he did his last album, I think it was Mandatory Fun, had that kind of artwork inside the booklet. It was him like, you know, I don't know how to describe it, doing this stuff, you know.
That's cool.
Whatever. I could keep acting them out, but anyway, you should see it for yourself. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. That's a different type of art style that I never would have thought about. I've never looked this up. That's really, really crazy. I wonder how much of this, though, is... Because I don't know. I have no expertise on this. I wonder how much of this is genuine and how much of it is done in that style. Man.
Discord keeps cutting in and out for me. And
that's
I feel
okay.
like
Well, thank you for your call.
Thank you for letting me call in.
Take
Bye.
Care. Okay. Let's look up some more stuff. Okay. Who else is in the Discord? Let's talk. Chuckles the dog.
Oh, hey.
Chuckles the dog.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Chuckles the dog? Is there a certain type of art or an artist that you are just amazed by?
An artist that really affected me as a kid, like really scared me, was Stephen Gamble, who did the art for Scary Stories to Tell in the
How
Dark.
did we not bring this up already? Oh my god.
Yeah.
One of the just most pivotal moments in my life was seeing this dude's stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, how have we not said this already? I'm so disappointed in myself. Stephen Gamble, my God. Okay, now, I'm gonna go on a little bit of not a rant, but a tangent. Whatever you want to say. I don't know, maybe I brought this up. I think I might have brought this up a long time ago. I tried to get this guy to do one of our DVD covers. A long time ago, we did our nighttime DVD, Mega 64 nighttime, and I tried to get this guy to do it, and I don't know if it was him or it was someone who represented him. And maybe I'm remembering this incorrectly, so I could be making this up, so don't take any of this seriously, but I want to say they thought like they didn't understand kind of like a DVD. I brought up what it was, and they were like, "Oh, we don't do stuff for toys." And I was like, well, "It's not a toy. Like what?" Again, I don't think that was him saying that. I think that was someone along the chain. But it was really, I couldn't get through, and it broke my heart. But we had somebody imitate. I'm not gonna say what style they imitated, but they imitated something, and it was good. Anyway, but man, this artwork. Now, in case people at home haven't seen it, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was a book series. There were like 3 of them, and this dude's artwork was just so unhinged. I gotta make this full screen. Oh my God, this was a story about they found a bride went up to hide in the attic on her wedding day, and they found her dead like in a trunk. And that artwork was this was in a children's book. Oh my God, when I saw that, I was like, I couldn't sleep. Yikes. This was for kids. This series was for kids. That's what made it so incredible. Was like they were willing to take a chance on this. Children were looking at this like, but you know what? It was just the right level of scary that I did enjoy it.
When they changed it a few years ago, I got really pissed off.
Yeah. So okay, everyone, real quick before I get to that, I just want to absorb what we have here. Okay, like there was a story called Bloody Fingers. I don't know what this Flesh Farm stuff is. Get that out of the corner. But the hand, that's his artwork. And then you see this girl. Oh my God. There was one story about how a spider laid eggs in a girl's face, and they hatched. And oh my God, the artwork. Oh, where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. But look at this artwork, dude. I don't know how he's doing this stuff. So anyway, let's find it. Stephen Gamble Spider. This artwork. This was the one that shattered me, dude. Oh no. Okay, so wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Okay, so that artwork was in the book. Look at that. That is.
Yeah.
The story again, a spider like bit some girl, and then the baby spiders climbed out of her face. Whatever. That I couldn't handle that story when I was young, and the artwork just made it worse. But recently they updated the artwork in the book, like so they could reprint them, and they didn't want to include this artwork anymore. So they changed it. Look at this one over here. That's what they changed it to. I don't know who this new DeviantArt ass artist is. You know what? I'm trying not to be intolerant of other artwork that I may not know.
He's the artist of a series on unfortunate events children's books.
Well, congrats to them, but
yeah.
My God, that is inappropriate. That's more inappropriate than the original drawing.
Yeah.
It was so upsetting to see the books reprinted with new artwork like that. Like that was so like, that's what defined those books was that artwork.
Absolutely.
So man, that broke me. Let's see if more comes up. Okay, so Scary Stories. Oh shit. Okay, Scary Story. I'm trying to find like let's see. I want to compare them. Scary Stories book new art. Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's worse than I remembered. So like that was changed to that. Why did they do this? This was changed to that. What is happening? Why did they do this? They took the most iconic thing ever and just, oh God, my stomach hurts. And I know this has been going on for years. Look at that. What kind of DeviantArt shit is this? sorry, I don't want to be dismissive of another artist because all art is valid. But this thing already existed, okay? That's hurting me, man. That's hurting me to look at that. Oh my god. What else did they change? I'm afraid to ask. Like, look how abstract and cool the one on the left is. And then look what it became. And look, it's just homies hanging out in the street intersection. What is going on? Oh my god. Look at how, well, this, I could say the same thing. Look how abstract and cool the first panel is. And then look what it turned into. Oh my god. Oh, this is, I feel like my heart is slowing down. Wow. Anyway, I don't mean to dwell on this all night. But my god. Anyway, thank you so much for calling in and bringing that up because I would have not remembered that. I don't know why it wasn't on my mind, but one of the most incredible artists ever, only to be silenced. It's a shame.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, thanks for calling in and have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Okay. Go ahead and give us a ring on the old Discord. Big Sherm.
Hi.
Hi, Big Sherm.
Hi. Sorry about that. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm actually really excited that you brought this up because I just came back from an art show. And also I was listening to you talk about how you love Toriyama stuff, how like all the buildings around it and like everything seems to like fit into that universe, right?
Yeah.
Well, as an artist, I was just like thinking about that, and it's true that like probably one of the biggest lessons that like I learned as an artist is like to make everything easy to draw is to just draw everything the same way you draw people, basically. Because I noticed in a lot of media, whether it's like comics or cartoons, video games, whatever, there's sometimes this strange disconnect where like the characters and like the designs are super bomb, they look great, whatever, when it's like, you know, just them hanging out. But then sometimes you see like maybe their objects or like their environments don't really match up as well, or they're not as good, or it's kind of like jarring, you know? And I was just thinking of like an artist who does like really good kind of everything, like everything's just kind of like in his own style, and it just like ties together like really well in a really kind of strange way. Like, you know, Keita Takahashi, like the Katamari artist?
Yeah, oh yeah. I love him.
Oh yeah, he's, sorry if it's like, you're kind of cutting out a little bit, so I'm gonna turn back on. Kind of cutting out a little bit, so I'm gonna turn
Oh no, you're in a loop. You in a loop!
I'm sorry.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. You on a loop!
You're right. No, but yeah, just the way that he draws is like, even when something seems like it doesn't fit in with because sometimes he just like has like, you know, just like a MS Paint like pasted in like giraffe or something, and other things will be like in his own style. I just felt like that was a really good example of kind of what you're talking about with Toriyama.
Yeah.
Where everything is just like, nothing looks out of place because it's all how he sees it, you know?
Yeah, it's a cohesive thing. Yeah. Man, I love Takahashi stuff. This is like shitty like bragging, but like he's shown our videos at some of his like talks, and that like my heart skips a beat every time. He bought he came to our booth at this last PAX and bought our like Madden poster, like our Madden 18.
Oh my gosh, you know what?
I was like so stoked about that. Yeah?
That's actually really crazy you bring that up, because I went to PAX last year and he was so close to your booth. It was like probably like a 10 feet walk between like you guys and like the Watam like situation.
Yeah. It's been the same thing the past couple
That was
years.
like, it was crazy. Like seeing him in person was like probably like the highlight of my show.
Yeah, it was absolutely like an honor. Yeah, this dude's always been like a real big inspiration.
Like seeing him in person was like probably like the highlight of my show.
Well, I think we're still on a loop. So I'm gonna resolve this for now. But thank you for your call.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry about that.
No worries. I hope you're able to get out of that loop, because sometimes that can be.
All right. Thank you. It was good talking to
tricky.
you.
Good talking to you, Big Sherm. Good night. All right, we just got shermed. Okay. Give us a call. Talk about your favorite artists. I can't believe we hadn't talked about some of these people. Keita Takahashi and Stephen Gamble. My God, I can't believe I didn't bring that up. What a crisis of thought. Am I in thinking jail? Who remembers drunk Jeff Goldblum? You know what? We're gonna go on a little bit of a detour here. We're going to go to drunk Jeff Goldblum. Clips for a second. We're just going to reminisce. We'll get back to art in 2 seconds. But this is art, really, in a way. God, I love these commercials. Okay. Kill the music. Kill the music. We don't want the music anymore. Okay.
Say internet.
Okay. Have you guys seen these?
What do you think the greatest gift of the holidays is? Internet? I'd say internet.
God, I love it.
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
it. They just slow them down and that's
it's
it.
It's of course as easy as it's always been. You get an iMac, 10 minutes out of the box, you're on the internet. But now, Apple gives you your own personal website. You can post your photographs for all your family to see all over the world, and your iMovies. And now you're the purveyor of, you're the generator of, you're the author of great stuff. Isn't it nicer to give than to receive?
God, I love it. I love it so much. Okay. That was enough of a detour. We don't need a detour anymore. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to. Sorry, we can put the music on again. I didn't mean to kill the music. Is this music overwhelming? Is it too loud? I feel like it's just like a little bit too much, but is it okay? All right. Anyway. Okay. Brayden. Hello, Brayden. Shit, is this working? Brayden, are you there? I'm not hearing anything. Brayden. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try that one again in a minute. I just feel like this music is like, it's like very like that Tron Runner game. Did you ever play that Tron Runner game? It was like RUNNR, like it was created by Tumblr. Okay, we're gonna try. Whoops! I lost Son of. I'm gonna get some different people. Just Son of M Hack. You've called before, and I will probably get to you, but I want to give some chances first. No, you know what? Son of M Hack. No, it went away. Prince Yoda.
Hey.
Prince Yoda, how's it going?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey. It's going good. It's going good.
Is there a certain artist that you want to like bring up or talk about?
Yeah, he's not as like fantastical as the other artists, but Jamie Jewett, the artist of the Gorillaz.
Oh,
and,
absolutely!
Like,
Oh, dude, I can't believe this is stuff I should have. I'm dropping the ball on this. I'm dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Absolutely, an excellent choice.
Yeah, because I love how like throughout like the phases of the Gorillaz, he's been like improving upon his style and just trying different things.
Yeah.
While still maintaining like what he is in his style.
Yeah, totally.
Like, if you know what I mean.
And I love the evolution of his stuff. Like, I know some people kind of like rage about his artwork, like, oh, it doesn't look as cute as this, or it doesn't look as cute as it used to be, or they make him too realistic now. But I love that. I kind of love when he goes a little grotesque, like things like kind of age and rot. I don't know. I dig it.
Like I love. Oh yeah, totally. Because he's really shown me how to like improve as an artist, like, you know, by me looking at his art. Like I bought his recent art book.
Yeah.
I
meant to get that and I never did.
Oh yeah. He's put out like a recent edition, I think like a couple months back, and it's like updated. It looks really nice.
He's a good-looking dude too. Let's just look at him for a
yeah.
minute.
Aged well.
Dude's looking like a snack. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna do after Gorillaz though, because he's on a break now.
Are they on break?
Or I think they're gonna do a TV show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is something like that going on. You're right. But yeah, excellent choice. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram and I love it. It's absolutely like some of my favorite stuff ever. I meant to get that art book. I meant to get it like last Christmas, and I just forgot, and I think it's out of print. So
yeah,
great choice.
Yeah, he's really one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, totally. I could totally see that. Yeah, such good stuff and really unique. He's got his own. He's on his own wavelength. Yeah, can't speak highly enough.
Yeah, totally.
Well, thank you for your call.
Of course. Big
Thank
fan.
you. Take care, Prince Yoda. Okay, Brayden.
Hi, can you hear me?
Is this working now? I can hear you.
Yeah, I think so. I'm having mic problems before.
What, did you break your mic? Did you throw it or something?
I was trying to call from my phone, so I was using the lightning to auxiliary connector thing, and it just was not working out.
You got dongles involved. That's not good.
I threw the dongle after that, so it's probably broken now.
So you have so post-thrown dongle. Okay. I'm sorry to hear about your situation, but what brings you here? Who or what did you want to talk about in the world of art?
I have a couple of artists that I wanted to just bring up just because I really like what they do. Mm-hmm. But then there was a caller earlier who was talking about Chinese propaganda.
Yeah.
And that's something that I studied when I was in college, when I was doing art history.
Really?
So I am like a huge geek when it comes to that stuff. So like that kind of thing, it has two sides to it, and I think it's really interesting. Like there's one side where it's like you have a lot of imagery of the workforce and like people, farmers, factory workers, stuff like that, like inspiring people to join the workforce in China. And then you had a lot of like really creepy, idealistic imagery of Mao, like Chairman Mao, like with a bunch of kids around him and just people looking really happy to be around him. It's really kind of creepy. So I find all of that really interesting.
Is it, I'm sorry, so how would you describe that artwork? It's like Chinese propaganda? Is that what you're saying?
It's, what I studied was Chinese socialist artwork.
Okay,
so from that sort of time period. But the posters you were bringing up earlier, those were it. Like, there were like kind of examples of what I was talking about.
I don't know if you can see, I don't know if you can see the screen, but are you talking about like this kind of stuff? What is this first one? That looks like it's from some kind of like, this is like a Ken doll that never came out or something. What is it? Like this kind of stuff? Like this?
Yeah. that kind of stuff. Like
that looks exactly like what you described.
A lot of red, yeah, a lot of red, and a lot of like, and a cool thing about it too is there are a lot of images of women like in the workforce and all of that, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is really kind of creepy. But the portrait artists from that time are really, really talented.
Damn, this painting looks exactly. There's one of Abraham Lincoln that I've seen, and this one looks just like that, where everyone's like.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of creepy. I don't know if it's the one you're on right now. Like there might be a delay, but there's that one. The guy he's got like a halo effect around him almost.
Oh yeah. Man.
That's some symbolism right there.
Yeah. So you studied this in college? Like what went into like studying this? Like you had like a whole class about it, or?
Yeah, it was a class. It was like 8 people, and our professor, she's from Poland, and she was there kind of during the socialist era, so she taught this entire specialized class on socialist art and architecture. And we all got like different socialist countries to study the art.
Oh, okay.
So I did China.
Yeah, because I was gonna say what a specific class, but that makes sense. Everybody kind of had their own thing.
Yeah, it was like an upper level art history course.
I don't really know the story behind this piece, but I really like these two. I think it's like 2 girls singing. Like she looks like she's like belting it out, and everyone's just blown away to the fact that it's blowing all the hay out of the fields, and everyone's just like, wow. I don't know what that is or what she's singing, but it really conveys an image.
I don't know. It's been a while since I was in that class. I've kind of forgotten a lot of what I learned, but I know that a lot of the artwork, like I said, was focused on like farmers and even artists. Like, so it could be something where they were encouraging people to get into music or art.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's nuts. Yeah.
No, I just had a couple people I was gonna.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is like you mentioned there was somebody else, so yeah.
Yeah. So the first guy, his name is Kevin Wada, and he does a lot of watercolor work, like portraits and stuff. He's done a lot of cover work for Marvel and other comic books. He mostly does covers, but his stuff is so great. I work with watercolor primarily if I'm doing like traditional stuff.
Yeah.
And I just really like his style. His portraits are really unique.
Yeah. Kevin Wada, I'm looking up, I'm specifically looking up Kevin Wada Power Rangers because I think this artwork is in my office. I didn't realize, I just recently heard of this guy and I didn't realize that I had so much of his stuff. It didn't even occur to me that just on a whim I would see this like at a convention and just like, oh yeah, okay, I need that.
His stuff is really great. He does a lot of, he like redesigns characters' costumes and stuff like that. And he's really influenced by fashion, I like fashion design.
And it's really interesting. I can see a lot because you are an artist. You've sent us stuff before, and I can definitely see some inspiration here.
Yeah,
is that rude? I don't know.
Portraits.
What's that?
I really love stylized portraits, like really unique portraits and ways to capture people. And I think he does a really good job of that.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. But the Power Ranger stuff is my favorite, just because I'm biased. But that's awesome. I want to say he did there was one cover that he did. I thought he did one for the Pink Ranger comic, but I don't see it. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't him.
I don't really remember. I know he did a really cool one for She-Hulk. He has a lot of designs of her that are really interesting and look like fashion magazines almost. Like his redesign of her is just really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Damn. Yeah, Kevin Wada. Damn, this guy's great.
He's great. And then the other guy, his name is also Kevin. His last name is Budnick. It's Budnik, and he does he does like diary comics, which is what I've been doing recently.
Uh-huh.
And he was a big influence on me and why I started doing those. But his are, they're just really simple and emotional comics that he does, and I think he uses watercolor as well. But they're a lot more like simple.
Is it?
And
Do I
personal.
have the right stuff? Is that his stuff?
I think you can go to his Instagram.
Oh, his. Okay, look up an Instagram. All right. Whoops. Okay. So this kind of stuff, is this what you're referring to? Because this seems like what you're talking about.
I think so. The Twitch stream is kind of delayed, so I can't really see what you're on right now.
It went to go see Pedro the Lion the other day. It looks like it's just like like a little bit of his slice of his life.
Yeah, exactly. Like he did a series of them during a time where his dad was really sick, and
Yeah.
he kind of just like made them while he was working through that. And that series is what inspired me to start doing them and start working through my own stuff by making little comics of that.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I always love seeing where the germ of things come from. You know what I mean? Because I've seen those ones that you did, and that was so like clever to me to have these little like just moments like that. Like the only, comics I'm typically familiar with are the 3-panel like gags. But seeing them like broken down in that way is really cool. And I love seeing that this kind of inspired that. It's so funny how you can see so many creative things and there's always a trace to something. Like no matter how original something may come off as, you can, I mean, not that there's anything being ripped off, but you see kind of the thread of thought, It's like when I heard Led Zeppelin for the first time, it was like after a lifetime of listening to Jack White, and I was like, oh, this dude's just a Led Zeppelin fanboy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is to look up an artist that I really like and then read about who their influences are.
Yeah, totally. I love stuff like that. So this is really, really cool and like shed some insight.
He's great. I had a couple others just to throw out. Jamie McKelvey, he's a great comic book artist, and he does covers and stuff like that.
That name sounds super familiar. Jamie McKelvey?
His main thing that he works on right now is a comic book series called The Wicked and the Divine. His stuff for that's really, really cool, and they have guest artists in there sometimes.
What is the name of the thing?
The Wicked and the Divine.
The Wicked and the Divine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It broke up for a second, so I thought you said Wicked Vines, and I was like, he did Wicked Vines? Like you liked his vines or something? Okay. Oh, okay, so it's like this stuff. Okay, well, you'll probably see it in a minute, but...
It's just more...
That's pretty striking.
Of that kind of like, he's good at people, like his people are really interesting to look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like his style. And then, I didn't think about this before, but Noelle Stevenson is a big influence on me as well. She does a lot of really simple style drawings.
What was their name?
Noelle Stevenson.
Noelle Stevenson. Okay.
Yeah, Lumberjanes. She's working on the She-Ra series. She's got a couple. Oh, she did the graphic novel called Nimona.
Okay. Yeah, everyone in the chat immediately knew who they were. That's funny.
Yeah. She's big.
Yeah. Okay. Is that what this? Yeah. Yeah. This is new to me. I've never heard her stuff, but yeah, that's cool.
I like
The
her.
style is cool.
I mean, her drawings are really unique, I think.
Yeah.
But I could go on about artists all day, so I gotta go to bed. But I just had to call in for this one.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that, and everyone in the chat and elsewhere loves your art too, for what it's worth. So, I mean, everybody, I've been seeing people gushing all night. So, thank you again, and thank you for like sending us all that stuff. And
yeah, of course. You guys have a good night.
thank you. You too. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Okay, let's talk to Straylo. 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 I hear an ominous sound on Straylo's end. We're gonna let Straylo? We're gonna let Straylo stray low for a second. Son of M-Hack, we're gonna give you a shot. You know, we gave some other people a shot. Hello.
I'm gonna mute the stream here. So,
yes.
I guess we've had kind of a back and forth between like Japanese artists and Western artists. Do you have one that you'd prefer me to share?
You know what? We've been giving America a shot for a minute. Let's go across the sea.
Okay, so I have this one that I discovered fairly recently, but he's actually been in the business for a while. His name is Akira Yasuda. He goes by Akiman. If you look him up on Google, you'll immediately get a lot of Street Fighter art. He used to work with Capcom, and so a lot of...
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
But what I really love is he got picked up by Sunrise, who does like Gundam and a lot of other mech shows.
Yeah.
And he started working with Yoshi. Turn A Gundam. Yep, that's one of my favorites. That's actually, I was going to show you the box arts. I've got these, the DVDs they put out, they have these reversible box arts with like his artwork. And if I could share with you on the stream, all of the discs actually have this really awesome artwork that he did as well.
Yeah, how would I, what do I look for?
I can turn my video on.
I don't know if I can cut to that, so if there's something you could tell me to look up.
But I can at least show you.
Yeah.
Just these really cool
well, maybe I
discs.
can. Here, I'll try to... Wait.
Custom dick art.
Yeah, people can see that. I think they can see you. Can you hold that back up again? Sorry.
Yeah, here, I've got some more. There's more in here. I'll try and orient them.
That's great. Wow. That's fantastic dick art.
The thing I like...
What?
The thing I like about this show, particularly this Gundam show, is they actually got Sid Mead to help do a lot of the mechanical designs.
Really?
So he helped contribute a lot of the futuristic designs to the robots in them, and that's one of the things I like about it a lot, is that it's a Gundam show, so it's like about robots fighting each other, but there's so many robots that just have utility use. They don't even necessarily fight. There's this robot that literally is just for laying fences. It's this huge, big robot with like a big cavity that holds like these stacked up fences, and it just walks along, dropping them. Like it'll basically do a teabag and drop a fence, and then move on to drop the next fence section later on. And so there's just so much cool utility design in the mechs that I like.
You can tell they really thought about that stuff.
Yeah, but I really love Akiman's colorful art style. It's a lot of the robot shows that I like tend to be really gray and muted, but this one's really bright and colorful because it's like describing a world that's healing from a nuclear war that happened like 2,000 years ago. And so things are starting to get green and nature's starting to take back over again. But yeah, that was my suggestion. I just love Akiman, and I didn't even realize he worked on Street Fighter before I started looking into him. Apparently, Yoshiyuki Tomino brought him on board because he wanted to bring mech anime and Sunrise like forward. And so he felt like someone who was doing video game art design knew what was really good, appealing art, and that's why he brought him on board. Wow. And apparently he was really Akiman was really disillusioned with Capcom at the time. So when he got snatched up to work with like one of the premier anime directors, it was like the best thing that's ever happened to him. He's never looked back.
Wow. Well, man, yeah. Am I crazy? And now people at home, you can tell me if I'm nuts. But doesn't this guy's artwork, I feel like I've seen Dudley in this guy's art style. Like, did he do like Street Fighter 3 artwork? Or am I crazy?
That was probably before he left. So that he probably did work on 3.
Yeah, because I feel like,
it's possible. Or it's heavily inspired by his work, like the groundwork he laid. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of some... I feel like there's just some artwork that I saw before.
Man, it is like a bit... Discord is a bit choppy on the sound side. Like, the stream is great, but for whatever reason, Discord's coming through kind of choppy sound-wise.
That's weird. Well, thank you for your call. I appreciate it.
Thanks for taking the call. Have a good night.
Take care. All right, everybody. I think we're going to be wrapping it up. It's been an hour. We talked about some of our favorite artists and who we're inspired by. And everyone that I have been shown here, half of them I knew, half of them I didn't. But I was blown away by both. The half that I did know, I can't believe I didn't bring up right at the front. But the ones that I hadn't seen before were all great. Like, I'm being real. There hasn't been one artist or art style or whatever that I've seen tonight where in the back of my head I was like, you know, like, yeah, oh, you like this? Great. There hasn't been anything like that. This has all been really, really incredible. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing. Let's take like one last call and we'll wrap it up. What do you say? Who should we give the last shot to? One last call to round out the night. Dappy Doo.
Hey.
Dappy Doo.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it is a little choppy like the last guy said.
Well,
I can just say the name of the guy.
Yeah, go for it.
It's Zdzislaw Beksinski. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's Beksinski. He's a Polish painter who, I think I found his stuff on like Something Awful a long time ago.
Whoa, is it like this freaky stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
Damn.
Sort of like post-apocalyptic.
Whoa. Oh, we picked a twisted one to end on. My God.
Yeah.
What is this? A room full of bones? What the hell? Well, why is it not loading? First of all, oh, this is some high-risk stuff. Damn. Wow. The fact that someone can come up with this shit is just like, how are you? How does you even exist? I don't even know what to say about what I'm seeing here. I mean, what do I say about what I'm seeing here?
I don't know.
Dude, here's Skull Trumpet. That's kind
of the original. I just find his work is, I don't know. It's very bleak and melancholy, but some of it has a kind of mystical quality that, I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Well, it is cool, but I mean, this is what we're ending the show on, so you're sending us all home with nightmares.
Well,
kind of a dick move, if you ask me.
I'm kind of a twisted guy. I don't know.
Yeah, well, glad you are, but I'm not. I'm normal, innocent, cool, you know, all of the above. And now I got this planet in my head. I ain't sleeping, and I'm not going to be as cool. I'm going to be lame now.
Damn.
Well, at least I can blame you, not myself.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good thing, really. All right, just real quick. Thank you for your call, Dappy Doo. I mean, I'm going to try to wash the image of that away, but thank you for your call. I appreciate it. And how do you say their name?
I think it's Zdzislaw Beksinski.
Zdzislaw. Okay, well, I'll never forget it after that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call. All right, let's just end it. We'll wash that away because we don't want to go to bed all creeped out. Who's the worst artist? Who is the worst artist? And we'll end on that. Who do you think is the worst artist? Let's go to the chat. Everyone down there, who is the worst artist? Someone said Shadman. What's Shadman? I don't know what that is. Let's, do we want to look that up? Maybe that's bad.